Why do we love spicy food, even though it hurts? Well, the hot in hot sauce isn't actually a temperature. It's a complete trick. The spiciness you feel is a pain signal created by a chemical called capsaicin. Capsaicin is a neurotoxin that targets a specific pain receptor in your mouth. This is the exact same receptor that detects real heat, like from a fire. So the capsaicin tricks your brain into thinking your mouth is literally burning, even though it's not. That's why you sweat and your mouth feels hot. But why? Chili plants evolved this heat to stop mammals like us from eating them. The funny part? It completely backfired, and now we put it on everything. So every time you eat a hot wing, you're enjoying a plant's failed defense mechanism. Buffalo wings. They're a global obsession, but they were never supposed to exist. They were invented by accident in 1964, late one night, as a last-minute snack. The owner of the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York, had a problem. Her son and his friends were hungry, and the kitchen was almost empty. All she had was a shipment of chicken wings, a part of the chicken that most restaurants back then just threw away. Thinking fast, she deep-fried the wings, whipped up a secret spicy butter sauce, and threw it all in a bowl. That cheap throwaway bar snack became an international superstar. So one of the world's most famous foods started out as a happy accident, made from literal garbage. What makes a fancy, aged cheese taste so complex and delicious? The milk? The aging process? Sure, but for some cheeses, there's another secret ingredient: bugs. Tiny, microscopic bugs called cheese mites, and they're in your cheese on purpose. On the outside of many hard cheeses, there's a dusty-looking rind. That's not dust. It's a thriving colony of millions of cheese mites. These little guys crawl all over the cheese, burrowing into the surface and eating the mold. This helps the cheese breathe. But more importantly, their activity helps develop the unique nutty and savory flavors that make the cheese so good. So that delicious, expensive cheese you're eating? It gets its famous flavor with a little help from a million tiny bugs. Bon appetit! Baby elephants might be huge, but in some ways, they're just like tiny human babies. You know how human babies suck their thumbs for comfort? Baby elephants do the exact same thing, but with their trunks. They'll often just curl up that long nose and suck on the end of it, especially when they're tired or a little bit nervous. It's a self-soothing habit. For the first year of their life, they have no idea what to do with their trunk. They trip over it, it swings everywhere. So sucking on it not only gives them comfort, it helps them get used to this weird wiggly arm on their face. It's a reminder that no matter how big you are, sometimes you just need a little comfort, even if it's your own nose. The ultimate cute comfort habit. This is a kiwi bird. It's a cute, flightless bird from New Zealand. But the female kiwi has a superpower that is genuinely insane. She lays the largest egg in the world relative to her body size, and it's not even close. A kiwi egg can be up to 20% of her entire body weight. To put that in perspective for a human, that would be like giving birth to a 30-pound baby, or roughly the size of a 4-year-old. The egg is so huge that it takes up most of the space inside her. For the last few days before laying, she can't even eat because there's no room. So it's not just the world's most impressive egg, it's the world's most extreme pregnancy. This is a puffin. They're basically the clowns of the sea, and they're ridiculously cute. But they have a romantic secret. Puffins often mate for life, and they have an adorable way of saying, "I love you." It's called billing. When a puffin pair reunites on the cliffs after months apart at sea, they'll face each other and gently rub their colorful beaks together. This isn't a fight, and it's not just a casual hello. It's an intimate bonding ritual, like a long, loving hug and a kiss. It reaffirms their lifelong partnership and strengthens their bond before they start nesting. So it's not just a funny-looking bird, it's a hopeless romantic, proving its love with a beak-to-beak smooch. You know the feeling. You're out with friends, you have a beer or two, and you're fine. But then you go to the bathroom once, and suddenly you have to go again every 15 minutes. It's called breaking the seal. But is that a real thing? Well, you're not breaking a physical seal in your body. You're breaking your brain. Alcohol is a diuretic, and it messes with a specific hormone called vasopressin. This hormone is like a traffic cop for your kidneys, telling them to reabsorb water back into your body. But alcohol blocks that hormone, so the traffic cop disappears. And your kidneys get a green light to send all water, and then some, directly to your bladder. So breaking the seal is just the moment your brain's water-saving system finally gives up. After that, it's a one-way trip to the bathroom. It's not a seal, it's a science experiment in your bladder. A big plate of cheesy, loaded nachos. Well, that entire dish was invented in a panic. The year is 1943 in a border town in Mexico. A group of hungry customers walk into a restaurant right after the kitchen has closed. The cook is nowhere to be found. But the maitre d', a man named Ignacio Anaya, doesn't want to turn them away. He runs to the kitchen and grabs the only things he can find: some fried tortilla pieces, cheddar cheese, and pickled jalapenos. He throws them on a plate, heats them up, and serves them. The customers love it and ask him what the dish is called. His nickname is Nacho, so he replies, "It's Nacho's Special." And that's how one of the world's greatest snacks was invented on the spot, from a handful of leftovers by a guy named Nacho. You've seen this a million times at the park. Two squirrels chasing each other like crazy, running in circles up a tree. You probably think they're just playing, right? Well, that's only part of the story. That frantic chase is often a serious dominance battle for territory or a mate. But the way they run is the real secret. That zigzag pattern isn't random. It's a genius defense mechanism designed to escape one specific enemy, a hawk. A hawk dives in a straight line at over 100 miles per hour and can't make sharp turns. The squirrel's chaotic zigzag makes it an almost impossible target. So what looks like a cute, playful chase is actually a high-stakes combination of a UFC title fight and a Top Gun dogfight. It's not chaos, it's a calculated survival strategy. You have a great workout. The next day, you're a little sore, but feeling good. But the day after that, you can't even walk down the stairs. Why is the second day always so much worse? It's a phenomenon called delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS. And no, it's not caused by lactic acid. That's a myth. The real reason is way cooler. When you work out hard, you create tiny, microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. But that's not what causes the pain. The pain you feel is actually the sound of your body's construction crew arriving to rebuild you. It's an inflammatory response. It takes 24 to 48 hours for this repair process to really kick into high gear. That's why the pain peaks on that second day. So that second-day soreness isn't a sign of damage. It's the feeling of your body literally building a stronger version of you. It's the price of progress.